Hello there, it's Fabienne Fredrickson from clientattraction.com, where we help you get more clients, make more money, and multiply your business. And today's video topic is how to be more decisive in your business. You see, I speak, as you know, to thousands of entrepreneurs each year, and I have been for 12 years now. And every time that I get together with a group of entrepreneurs, I see there are people who take decisive action. And those are the successful people. Write this down, successful people take decisive action. And then I also meet entrepreneurs who like to overthink, and they make a decision maybe, and then they change their mind. There's this waffling effect, right? And I meet people who have a lot of self-doubt, and they listen to the inner critic and all of that stuff. And so I would like for you to be successful. This is why I do what I do, so that you can be successful. And part of that is to be more decisive in your business, because the longer you take to make a decision, the longer you delay the results that you are looking for. So I've got a few steps that I'd like to share with you about how I am more decisive in my business each year. The first is, this sounds simple, but when you have this mapped out as a formula, it really helps. So the first step is to get all the facts. I find, and I say this to people around me all the time, so tell me, you have this decision that needs to be made, what's going on, and tell me all the facts. And a lot of times they don't have all the facts, and you need to know every aspect, not necessarily every aspect of what's going on in the situation, but a lot of the facts, because without facts, you are making a non-informed decision. And non-informed decisions are bad decisions. Okay, so get all the facts. And then, I know this sounds even crazier, make a pros and cons list. Crazy, right? You've heard this before. But I actually find that some of the biggest decisions I've had to make in my life were made much more easily when I had a pros list and a cons list. Pros of doing it, pros of not doing it. Cons of doing it, cons of not doing it. And then I can actually see, just by the number of things on the list, wow, there's so many pros to doing this, and so very few cons to doing it. And sometimes that will sway my decision very, very quickly. So do that. And one of the things, if I can get a little spiritual on you for a second, because you know we can be spiritual in business too. A lot of the times the pros are, come from, like, pros of doing something, come from you being pulled into your future, right? Your soul is being called to do something. And that's why there's so many positive things. And if you look at the cons list, it's usually, the cons are based on fears. Fears of losing money, fear of failure, fear of success, fear of overwhelm, fear of criticism, all of this stuff, right? If you understand that you're being pulled into your future as spirit asking you to do the next right thing, and fear is the opposite. It's your ego pulling you back. I always say, write this down, I only make decisions based on faith, not fear. Okay? So that is the second thing on the pros and cons list. The third is to trust your intuition. You know that feeling inside that says, I really should be doing that, and then you try to talk yourself out of it? I always say trust your intuition, because, again, I'm going to get spiritual on you again, your intuition comes from source, it comes from the universe, it comes from God, whatever you call it, right? It's like your big red direct phone to the big guys upstairs. And so anything else, that's like getting advice, straight from source. When you listen to your intuition. Now you may say, okay, what is my intuition and what's all the other stuff? Your intuition is always positive and always, not always positive. Shall we say, it's a softer, kinder voice. And it's usually a lot less loud than the fear voice of the ego, right? So just, if there's a faint voice that says, do it, then that's usually source, rather than, oh my God, don't do this. You might lose money. You might fail. That is not your intuition. So trust your intuition. Ignore your fears. And I have to be very careful when I talk about that. There are some good fears, like don't jump off that bridge. But there's also the fears that are stopping you from doing the next best thing for your business. They come from, your upbringing, they come from other people's irrational fears and a slew of other things that we talk about in my mindset work. But the idea is, from the pros and cons list, make decisions based on faith. The next thing is to really look at the return on investment. If you know that this is something that's going to get you the result that you want in your business, then be decisive and look at the return on investment. Whenever I'm invested in my own business, whenever I am investing in my own business, I look at, am I going to get my money back on this? Yes. Am I going to get 2 times, 4 times, 10 times my investment if I do everything that it says? And if the answer is yes, I say yes and I don't turn back. Okay, and I want the same thing from you. And finally, if you just cannot make a decision, but you would be okay with either way, then just flip a coin. I know, sounds silly. Just flip a coin, but you've got to be okay with what comes up. The key is to take decisive action and to do the things that you know are going to move you to the next level. All right, so that is your assignment for the week. I hope that helps you become more decisive in your business, because successful people take decisive action. All right, so let me know how you take decisive action by writing a comment below. I really want to read it. I read every single one of them. And if you're not getting these video tips by email every Friday, I want you to go up to the top of this page, register to receive the free CD. It really is free and it's all content. No gimmicks, no catches, no nothing. It's my gift to you. I will ship it to you free of charge all over the world. And as soon as you register for that, you order your free CD, you're also going to get these video tips by email in your email inbox every Friday, so you never miss an episode. All right? I will see you next week. Bye.